Hello, I'm Gannisnitch the Goblin, and I'm watching Dice Squad. Why aren't you?
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Dice Squad. My name is Marshall Dice, known as Adam Campbell, and I'm again, in front of a booth actually, here at Con on the Cob 2015, and I'm here with...
I'm Eloy Lansanta of Third Eye Games, and I'm also the president of the IGDN, the Indie Game Developers Network.
Alrighty, well, looks like you guys have a lot of games here today. Let's walk through it. I'm sorry, let me rewind here. So, how did you get involved creating indie games?
I kind of just have always been making games, since the beginning. I started on a fanzine and kind of created some stuff for some established companies until I realized I could do it myself. And I was like, hey, let's try and give this a shot. And now I've been doing it for almost 8 years, and this is my full-time job now.
Really? Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
So, and the IGDN, was that with the whole process, or is this new, or?
The IGDN has actually been around for a few years. It was put together by a bunch of us kind of indie people kind of got together and said, we really need a place that us new guys and us small guys can all kind of get together and help each other. So we help each other with business advice, we help each other with just a lot of things, resources, things like that, so that everybody who's coming into the industry as an indie designer kind of has the same starting point. And there's not a whole bunch of like, oh, this person is having a lot of problems. Well, no, because if you're part of the network, we're helping you.
So kind of you scratch our back, we scratch your back.
Exactly. Well, and part of that is that we get booths and we feature as many people as want to get in on the booth. We feature a bunch of our members at the booth.
Gotcha. Very cool.
Yeah.
And I've seen some of your products at Origins and Ancon, I think, a few of them, and Groundhog Day Gaming Retreat.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of your products. So let's walk through all of your collection here.
All right.
So why don't you give us some highlights of products that you're showcasing here today?
All right. Well, I can talk about a few of them.
All right.
Because I don't know every single product because I only have so much time in my day. I will go ahead and I'll talk first about the Baby Bestiary, which is a really fun collection of descriptions of baby monsters from like D&D. So there's the bugbear, there's the blink dog, the sphinx kittens, and whatnot. And it kind of gives you a rundown of how you would find a hatchling or a baby version of the monster, and how you would raise it, and like how you kind of go about it. It's very much written from the standpoint of like trainers who are trying to get a pet monster. Really, really fun book, and it's full color with gorgeous art, hardcover, and it sells for about $25, which is amazing. I would also say, let me see, where's another good one? Our Last Best Hope.
Wait. Our Last Best Hope. Is that a whole sentence, or is that a...
Yes, kind of. I don't know. So Our Last Best Hope, it's by Magpie Games, and it actually is it's really, really fun game. If anybody's played any Fiasco where it's kind of everybody sitting around a table and kind of crazy stuff is going on, this one is very much a one-shot kind of storytelling game where you play a team of people who are the last best hope for the Earth. You have to go and save the Earth from some sort of thing that's going to destroy it. It's very much influenced by movies like Armageddon and things like that.
Now, is there a musical section where Aerosmith just comes out of the book and like starts playing?
I believe that's in the source book.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Aerosmith was specifically licensed for the source book. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that happened.
All right.
If we come over to this section, this is actually where a bunch of my games are actually featured.
All right.
My latest game that I have is actually Apocalypse Prevention Inc. 2nd edition. It's actually where you play agents. You can play as regular humans or as demons, and you kind of police the supernatural elements on the Earth. So it's kind of like a mix between like Men in Black and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's very tongue-in-cheek, and there's a lot of like martial arts and cybernetics, magic, and all kind of mishmashes together. Just a really, really fun game.
Now it's second edition. What happened to the first edition?
Well, the first edition was very good, but it also came out about 8 years ago because it was my very first game. So I actually got the opportunity to kind of revisit the material and just make it better, and also kind of go more in line with my current design philosophy, which has changed through the years, as I've played different games and had exposure to a lot of different things.
And this looks like it was a Gencon book?
It was. It released at Gencon, and the cover is actually of a monster, of an agent, a team of agents fighting the monster at Gencon, which is actually pretty cool. And then there's actually, here's me right here on the side going, oh man, my booth, because they destroyed my booth in the, yeah. So
See, I keep telling General Dice, because this year he was able to go to Gen Con for one day. And he came back and he said to me, we shouldn't go. And I'm like, why not? He's like, because it's so busy. And
no, you always go to Gen Con.
See?
Always go to Gen Con. If you have the choice to go to any con, go to Gen Con, because it's just awesome.
Well, you hear it here, folks.
Or you go to Con on the Cob. Wink. Wink.
Are you trying to promote something?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. Never.
Well, let's keep moving on with your books.
All right. So I would say the next one, Call of Cthulhu. We can talk about that.
We know that one.
Call of Cthulhu is where you play cats. See, I didn't hold up the other ones. I feel bad about it now. So Call of Cthulhu is where you play cats and you're fighting against the elder gods because the humans are too dumb to do it. So you play a bunch of different kind of cats, like the two-footologists are probably my favorites. They're the human experts, the two-footologists. And
this is why I don't own a cat.
And the core book is actually it's thin, but it has everything that you need to play it. So that's really cool. And then he came out with a second book, which is a bunch of like adversaries and different things to fight against. And then there's a third book, which is kind of the different worlds that you can kind of explore and different kind of skins that you can put on the game, like cats during the Great Gatsby. The Great Gatsby, obviously. But I was going to stay away from the pun that's in the book. There's also like a Space Adventures one in there where you can play cats in fighting against like the Empire. So it's fun stuff. It's a really fun game.
Now my one question is, where do dogs fit into all of this?
They don't. Because dogs are actually, I like dogs, but within the context of the game, dogs are kind of like the dumb best friend of the cats.
You're not making many brownie points here.
I didn't write the game, okay? I just like it because it's fun, and I actually do like cats. So, there you go.
All right. And is there anything you're promoting this at Con on the Cob, the big new games or anything new coming out?
Oh, I don't actually know if we had anything huge. We have a few ash cans. For anybody who doesn't know what an ash can is, it's like a game that is pre-release, but they've released like here's our demo version of the game. So that's actually pretty cool. We actually have a short little card game. It's called Fayball, and it's essentially a dodgeball with fairies. And it plays really quick, and I actually got to kind of play test it a little bit. I haven't actually played this version of it, but I play tested it a little bit when he was trying to get it to this stage. Really, really fun, and the art's kind of cute. But it's all about, dodgeball with fairies, which is fun. And those are only like $5 because it's not even the completed game. It's just like, hey, here's $5. Try out this awesome test product. You know what I mean? Which is really, really cool. We also have this one, which is The Fool's Journey, which is from Glittercats. Yes, okay, I forgot the name of the company. So it's from Glittercats, and it's actually a tarot card storytelling system. So they use tarot cards as the mechanic for like who gets the next turn to tell that part of the story, and how does that story go based on the card played, stuff like that. So that's actually really, really fun. That's brand new here, and that's the Ashcan version of that game as well.
And where can people? Let's say that I had an idea for a role-playing game.
Okay.
Or if some people wanted to find these products, if they're not here at Con on the Cob, which I don't understand why you're not here, but if you wanted to find your products online, where could they find them?
Well, I would say the easiest way to find the IGDN is to go to IGDNonline.com. It does have a list of all of our members there, and we're working on getting a catalog up with all of our members' products up there right now. But though you could actually just go and you can find out the actual individual members and click on their websites. That'll bring you to their websites. My stuff is actually at thirdeyegames.net, where you can actually check that out. To go over a few of the ones that we kind of went over, the Magpie games. You can go to magpiegames.com. The Call of Cthulhu, I believe, is actually callofcthulhu.com. So a lot of these, honestly, just if it sounded interesting, just type it into Google, because Google's really good about that.
Absolutely. But if let's say like I had an idea for a role playing,
okay,
and I wanted to give it to you guys to maybe get in publication, so like
right.
they could travel around and like promote my concept. What website could I go to?
Oh, that's a hard one. Well, the IGDN is actually, it's less set up to, like, you have an idea and you want somebody else to kind of do it for you. The IGDN is very much about helping indie publishers and indie designers make a business out of what they're doing. So we will help, but very little of it is that we do it for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So but IGDN.com, IGDNonline.com is where you would want to go for more information on the group, because if you do have an idea and you do have a game that you're looking to publish and you just don't know where to go and you don't know where to start with that, joining the group kind of gets you in on like the ground level, like you'll hit the ground running.
Interesting. All right, cool. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for being on the show. I appreciate it.
Definitely. Thank you, Marshall. Yes.
And for all of us here at Dice Squad, be sure to check out IGDN on their website for all their wonderful products here. But continuing our coverage here of Con on the Cob 2015, this is Marshall Dice, known as Adam Campbell, with
Eloy Lansanta.
Who is
the president? Wait, who? What? Who am I?
Who are you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. I blanked out for a second. I have amnesia. I don't know who I am. The president of the IGDN and owner of Third Eye Games. Yes, that's me.
And we will see you next time. Later.